tell your girlfriend to stop being a weirdo and just send her one picture of him and be like, hey, you're going to love this guy. He makes me happy. Can't wait for you guys to meet. You can ask him to take your shirt off when you see him in person. Don't be weird.
That is perfectly said. But I also think you should lead with how do I tell her to stop being weird? Be like, you're being weird. That's where you just have to take like that juice and say it. You're being weird. He's great. Like, just do that. And blame it on us. You're being weird.
Take that juice.
Hey guys, welcome to the official YouTube page for Calm Down with Erin and Charissa. This is where you can watch all of our ridiculous conversations and fun interviews.
We have full shows. We've got pre-games, anything and everything that you guys could want. But first, you're going to have to subscribe. Just hit subscribe right there and you're good to go.
And now you can calm down with us.
Yep. Can you tell that we're reading this off a script? We hope so. All right. We need to calm down and wrap this bad boy up. Press subscribe. Thanks for listening.
Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio.
Okay. I love when you guys write in some questions, comments, and concerns. So I see a few anonymous on here, which makes me excited. We'll start with Echo Brave 86. I'm Italian. Oh, jealous. I'm interested in how the high school football works in terms of compatibility with study time.
Whoa.
I'm not sure exactly what that question means. Can you disseminate what that means? How much time it takes to learn football? What did she mean, do you think?
Or how do high schoolers balance study time and high school football? I don't know. Rye, do you have any clarification on this?
High school compatibility with study time. Okay, but I do that's probably the line of questioning. That makes sense because it's high school football. Don't do that with your face. I know. You and I are going to do this whole podcast next week like this.
Tape. We should get the tape.
Oh, do you think it works?
Hey, guys. No.
Tail of the tape.
If it did, more people would be doing it. But I would like to try it with
How about these people who are like, I don't do Botox anymore. I just use the tape. No, knock it off.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
You're not fooling anyone. Okay, well, we're going to come back as soon as I get my headphone here. Echo Brave 86. You know what we're going to do? We're not going to come back because Echo Brave can't clarify this for us. We are going to answer it the way that
it's
Erin
what I
suggested.
said. What I said.
Perfect.
Yep.
So, let's see. I would say my brother was the high school quarterback. Go Tyson, go. I would say it was one of those things where, you go to whatever, you have your regular school hours during the day, and then practice was always right after school for them, and then go home and study after that. I mean, I think that high school football is like the least demanding in terms of commitment. I don't know if there's any, we had college. For basketball, we had AAU teams and stuff like that. That was year round. I don't think football does that just because of the physical nature of the sport. But I would say that high school is probably easier to balance that for study time. But then when you get into college, you just mentioned, forget it. Those guys have to have tutors and all sorts of stuff to try to make sure that they get their work finished, because then you also have to think about their traveling. So for games and stuff like that. So I think it's just more of time management more than anything. I mean, collegiate athletes are badass. When you think about, you're still trying to go to school, you're trying to get your degree, you have all the other stuff. It's Echo Brave, I'm sorry if that didn't really answer the question, but I want to learn more about you being Italian because that's interesting.
I do too. Yeah, I love that. Okay, Tristan Elizabeth, what's a self-care thing I should start doing for myself weekly, monthly to treat myself? I think we spoke about it a million times today. I love getting a facial, especially as you're getting older, just to help you with your skin, give you a little pick me up.
Tristan, I also say I like nails. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on nails, you can just also you don't have to get gel and all that other stuff. Just get a manicure. But I think the other one to do that doesn't cost anything, and it's sort of in line with what we've been talking about on this podcast anyways, is just put your phone down. I think that's a really big gift you can give yourself. I've been trying to do more of that as well and been telling Steve to do it. Steve is constantly on his phone, constantly. And I'm like, if you put your phone down for 1 hour a day, is it really going to be a difference maker? Again, we're all have different things that we, need to do, but 1 hour a day, like the clarity that can come from just not feeling like you're inundated, maybe just do that. And that doesn't cost anything. So that would be my suggestion. Anonymous, my girlfriend and I have been together for 2.5 years in long distance from LA to NYC. Oh, I know that one. Any tips to make long distance work? 2.5 years bi-coastal. That is a doozy.
That's
Aaron
a lot.
Aaron and I have both done that. The exact thing, the LA to NYC move. Great frequent flyer miles, though. You guys got to be high status on the old airline. FaceTime has really helped, I think, when it comes to long distance. We didn't have, FaceTime's just been like a newer thing over the last couple of years. But Steve and I did this the other day, actually. As I mentioned, I was at the ranch. He was here. It wasn't able to come back and see him before he left again. So we did a date night over FaceTime, which is, by the way, this is so Steve. I wish I would have screenshotted it. So I take a shower. I have my, sweats on, my hair's back and a slick back ponytail from the shower. And I call him and he goes, "Oh, shoot, I'm not ready." And I'm thinking, what does he have to get ready for? So he calls me back 2 minutes later. He has put a collared shirt on and a suit jacket, and he has set up candles around the table in the corner and got a glass of wine. He said, "Okay, now I'm ready for our date night." I said, "You know what, Steve? You're just a real national treasure. You're so." He goes, "Well, I wanted to look nice for our date." I go, "Well, I look insane." He's like, "No, I just wanted you to know that I care." Anyway, so set up a date night.
That's so cute.
FaceTime. And then, I don't know, what are some of your suggestions, babe?
No, to be honest with you, we are in long distance relationships for about 6 months out of the year. We are. And even when I'm home, I can't say that I'm fully present because I'm doing other things. I'm more married to my job during the NFL season because you have to be with the time and all that. So I would say the putting the phone down applies here when you are with your significant other, if you can. The date night, however way you can. I even get to the point where it's communication. If I have to run and go do something and Jarrett is, here, I'm I got to get in the car, but I'm going to call you as soon as I get in the car. Because I just want to talk to you and see how you are and check in, even if I'm running to something. I just think communication is so, so big when you guys are apart. It's really, really hard.
I love that. And I also think the last thing I would say on that is, this is how I felt with long distance. Have those dates on your calendar marked where you're going to see each other, or, you have something to look forward to. So it doesn't feel so daunting. Oh, it's going to be months. Give yourself little kind of moments of, excitement where, you're going to see each other. All right. Next.
Be present when you are around each other. Becca, I just moved into a new apartment complex. I met one of my new neighbors upon moving in, and he's so cute. I've only run into him in passing and a couple of times and want to strike up a convo. How do I get him to notice me, and how do I find out if he's single?
Cute.
Ask. Are you single?
Wow.
I would never have the balls to do that.
I was going to say, you would do that? No, you wouldn't.
No.
I would never do that either. You know what I would be doing? I would be
checking his Instagram.
Around. Well, when you're not taking a break from Instagram.
When you're allowed, yeah.
Start with Instagram. And then I would figure out where, because you can kind of get into well, that sounds weird. You're, monitoring his every move. But if he at certain hours that he works, if you see him at the same time every day, I don't know, or on the weekends, stuff like that. I think that's so cute. I always envision myself in a Melrose Place, falling in love with the neighbor and having that whole thing. Remember Melrose Place? Or yeah. Although I was more of a 90210. What's that?
So was I. 227 was an old show based on an apartment complex.
Cute. Three's Company.
Old. I'm really dating myself. Three's Company. That's me,
Janet.
you and Kev.
Me, you and Kevin.
Yeah, I'm always Janet.
Yeah, I wouldn't, Erin and I don't have the cojones to just ask if you're single, but I think that you can do a little scouting report and sniffing around, Also, if you know anybody else in the, what do we got?
Well, I was just thinking also rom-com moment, like you've gone out with your girlfriends, you're fumbling around in your purse looking for your keys, he's getting in, and you're like, you've had a couple, and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to ask you, are you dating someone? Like, you know, the whole like
cute.
fumble bumble for my keys, and now I'm fumble bumbling over my words. I'm an asshole.
Wait,
what?
That's cute. You know what I instantly thought of for that? Do you remember the movie with Kate Hudson and then the cute brunette? I'm going to forget her name. She's also in He's Just Not That Into You. And it's based on Emily Griffin book, Something Borrowed, maybe. Is that what I'm thinking of? What a great Emily Griffin. So when I used to read books on the regular, these were the books I was reading, Emily Griffin, but she had some great books that they made into rom-coms. Cassie G, how funny is it? Well, I can lift my phone up. How funny is it when men in the bar are arguing with each other about sports or sports trivia and they're both wrong? Meanwhile, I know the answer. What would you do? Answer, stay quiet, or let it go. I'm going to tell you right now, Erin's not staying quiet. Nope, not there. She won't ask if you're single.
Go!
But she is going to tell you the answer to that trivia question.
You're stupid. This is the answer.
It actually would be, no, this is what she would do. They're at the other table over here. And she's like, okay, we get it. Yeah. And actually it's this and it's that. But thank you. Keep your voices down. And then go back over to our table. My gal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
Ding, ding.
Yeah.
She would do the same fucking thing. Come on.
Come on, Cassie. We know you.
Give her. Come on, also, Cassie G.
That's happened to us before, though, where people have been saying stuff and we're like, oh, yeah. Anyways, whatever.
Oh, really? Let me FaceTime him and he can tell you. No, that's stupid. I would never do that part.
Okay, you guys, Erin and this lipstick that she reminds me of my sweet grandma, rest in peace, where she would take it out of her purse. That was honestly, that's such a sweet, I'm not calling you a grandma, but it's such a sweet grandma thing where they always were reapplying their lipstick. That technique that you're doing is different though. I don't know the dot technique on lipstick. Normally,
I learned it on TikTok.
Oh God.
I did.
Well, you're not on TikTok anymore.
No.
Anonymous.
Okay. Anonymous. I started seeing someone new and one of my close friends won't stop asking for pictures of him. Close up of the face, a full body shot.
Whoa.
How do I tell her to stop being weird? I need my friends to think my boyfriends are attractive. I don't need my friends to think my boyfriends are attractive. I don't want their approval.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, that's weird. Why are you asking for like a montage of photos?
Well, yeah, I don't think it's weird to ask for a picture. That's normal. But I think that it's weird to ask for the full body shot. Imagine if you just started dating Jared and I was like, send me a full body shot of him. You'd be like, I need the fuck. No, we're not doing that. I think, you know how this happens.
Different.
So, like if someone was to send, like, I don't know, like if a picture, I mean, fuck, even of ourselves. I just said like, Jared, fuck. You're looking for like the best picture of, even if she says she doesn't want their approval, that's fine. But I totally think it's normal where it's like you want to send like the best version of the person, right? Like sending a picture. Like if Steve sent, this is what happens too. Another reason to stay off the internet. Like think about the Google images of us. No, like the Google image, or like when they do articles, it's like they always take the worst fucking picture. And I'm like, I've given you 75 good ones. They're right there on Instagram. Okay. 75. And you want to take the one of the terrible angle from the Getty images from God knows what year where I was 17 drinks in on a red carpet thinking I was all cute posing like this. And it's like, I can't get rid of these images. I mean, who do I have to pay to get rid of shitty images? I swear to God. Seriously.
Cease and desist.
Oh my God. Anywho, back to you, Anonymous. Tell your girlfriend to stop being a weirdo and just send her one picture of him and be like, hey, you're going to love this guy. He makes me happy. Can't wait for you guys to meet. You can ask him to take your shirt off when you see him in person. Don't be weird.
That is perfectly said. But I also think you should lead with how do I tell her to stop being weird? Be like, you're being weird. That's weird. Where you just have to take like that juice and say it. You're being weird. He's great. Like, just do that and blame it on us. You're being weird.
Take that juice. Drink your juice,
Shelby. Drink your juice and be like, okay, you're being weird. Stop it.
Erin did that. So I was pining over something a few weeks ago, and I was going on and on about it.
But then I thought about it.
And she stopped me and she goes, okay, what's going on here? No, this is what I'm saying. You're so good about saying what everybody else
thing.
Yeah, but like you're good at diagnosing the thing. You're like, okay, there's something else going on here. And sometimes there isn't. Like sometimes it could just be like, nah, I don't know, I'm just blabbering on. But no, you're very good about that, where you're like, okay, there's something else happening here. Let's workshop it. Let's work through it, because enough is enough. But yeah, have friends.
But now
I
think it's interesting. Yeah, no, but now I think it's interesting because I get worked up over the same thing and your situation isn't the same as mine. Why am I worked up over it? Because I'm protective of you and him?
Yeah, the same way that I'm protective of the person. It's like a domino effect. So since it's affecting the first domino falls, and anyways, there's a whole underlying situation here. So it's probably boring for the listeners, but the idea behind this conversation is when somebody hurts somebody close to you, then you get defensive and you want to protect them. So yeah. But I don't know if that, in your situation, Anonymous, just say, stop being weird. And if your friend gets weird about it, keep it moving, whatever.
Send us the picture.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, gal, you're just as cute as can be. I can't even take it.
I can't wait to see your new eyebrows.
Oh yeah. Oh God. I'm going to be calling you tomorrow crying. If they're like, if I come back to this,
everybody gets these done.
If I come back to this podcast next week and I've got Sharpie eyebrows, shit's going down. It's going down.
I say this in all due respect to Lynn, who does a great job on your nails. She's not doing them, is she?
No, the microblading.
Okay.
I mean, I let Lynn
you
do
get
a lot
everything
of things.
done.
No, you're right. Yeah, she is doing my breast augmentation though next fall, so it's fine.
I was going to say, you get your paps done there, you know?
I mean, I will, if Lynn did microneedle or get pap smears, I just do them there, because it is just line them up. I'm at the car wash. I'll take one of everything.
And with that, Howie Long, we are so sorry.
So sorry. Namaste. Stop being weird. Calm Down with Erin and Charissa is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.